The Shameless Plug with Crimson Vibes and Denine's creative mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam. We raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the Shameless Plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Dinner trend, Deneen, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story too. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.
Plug.
Hello. Welcome to the Shameless Plug podcast. I am Deneen Akana.
And I am Denitra Taylor. What is going on, everybody?
What's going on, people? You know, first things first, I'll pop a quick other honey. Congratulations to the New York Knicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
New York. Go New York. Go New York. Go. Go New York. Go New York. Go. Oh my God.
Yes.
What a day for New Yorkers. What a day.
It's been 52 years, right? Since
53
years since they won the championship. And it was a clean sweep. Then they win all the games.
No.
They lost one?
They lost
They did.
two.
They lost two?
Was it
I
two?
thought it was just one. I don't know. I know they won.
I don't know.
Did you?
Well, it would have been a sweep had not they had let the evilness up in the whatchamacallit. But that's neither here nor there. But the bottom line is that we did it. They did it. So
Did you go to the parade?
Oh God, Jesus Christ! So my office building is one block over from the parade. All right.
What?
And so unfortunately, my department, the agency advised anyone who could work from home to work from home because it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But of course, I work in administration, and unfortunately, administration doesn't always get that luxury because we always have to have a manager there. We got to have a supervisor there. We got to have people answering the phones, the mail, everything that doesn't stop because of whatever, even though no mail came today, thank God. So basically I had to go in, went in a little earlier. I normally take the bus, and my bus goes down Broadway. So after 7:00, they was like after, what was it? Not Chambers, whatever street, Canal Street. The buses weren't going down. So like, all right, I got to take the subway. So they was like, all right, take the subway. The Wall Street 4 is closed. But they said the 2 was open.
Yeah.
Take the 2. I get on, I get on the 3. My stop is like the second stop, third stop. So it's basically empty. Got a seat. Everything was quiet. Everything, 96th Street started getting a little crowded. Well, baby, dumb doors open up on 42nd Street. That was all she wrote. And then 34th Street, I felt like the air went from cold to hot. I felt like I was going to have an asthma attack. It was so many people.
Yeah,
it was yelling, but I mean, it was a good yelling. Everybody was happy. It was all good.
Okay.
And then we get to 14th Street, and the train says, the conductor says the next stop is they're going to skip Chambers and Park Place. So I'm like, all right. Then everybody's like, all right, we get off at Wall Street.
Yeah.
And so we get Fulton. So we get to Fulton.
Uh-huh.
Train pulls in, the doors don't open, it takes off. Everybody's like, what the hell? So everybody's like Wall Street, because I could hear everybody talking, and everyone was really planning to get off on Park Place. And so I hear them chatting. So then it's like, all right, well, we'll do Fulton. And I'm like, all right. So then stop at Fulton. It's like, we'll do Wall. I'm like, God damn it, that's the stop I'm getting off. Well, baby, we bypassed Wall Street too. I was literally kidnapped on the subway, on the train. Okay. It was like taking the Pella 1, 2, 3, where it was just passing stops that it wasn't supposed to be stopping. I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't see where we were. The people was blocking the windows. So everybody got off. We were on Clark Street. I have no idea where Clark Street was. All right. I thought my dumbass thought that I was still in Manhattan. And everybody was waiting for the train. And I was going to go upstairs and I'm thinking I was just going to have to walk over to the next stop to Wall Street. Something was like, no, just let them take that train and take the next train. And I did that. And not a problem. As soon as I got into my building, I went into Starbucks. And after that, they closed off the train station. Like, I just made it.
Wow.
So I was telling, he was like, no, baby, you were in Brooklyn. I was like, Brooklyn? I was in Brooklyn?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, yo, it was a time. It was so many people, but unfortunately, where our offices, we can see like a block, and so as they were like, you watch the TV, you see where they were coming, and then you just zoomed in on your camera, and you can actually literally see them real good and everything. So that's how we really saw the
wow.
So that was fine. That was really fine. But baby, I am so tired.
I bet that was exhausting.
I am so tired, It's a good thing I love the podcast. Denitra and I, we always get on early and we start chit-chatting. I was like, baby, if you had came here and said, I no problem, we can cancel, because I really did not feel like doing this thing tonight. I am tired. Oh my God, I am tired. But we are here.
Yes,
and that's what's going on in my day, my week. What's going on with you, sis? What happened? What's going on?
We finished Joy over the weekend.
Congratulations.
Yes. So I want to say thank you to cast and crew. I mean, one of my brothers talking about, I worked him like a slave. I'm like, you got fed 2 meals. You okay? You was all right. Don't worry about it. You good. You good. You survived. But we did. We finished. We got through, I think about 10 to 12 scenes on Saturday. And
nice.
Sunday was the easier of the 2 days. So we are complete with Joy. Now I just got to go through all the really post-production stuff, editing and all of that wonderful stuff. And so, but yes, we are done. After 2.5 years.
Wait, is that the one you had asked me to do a song?
Yes.
Did you still need the song?
Yes.
All right, we'll talk.
Okay. But other than that, that's all that's in my world. I wanted to hear about the Knicks parade and see if you saw it. So, but yes. I am good.
Yes,
we got some peoples on tonight. Some people.
Yes, we do. Now, I don't know, I'm gonna keep it 100. We like to keep it 100. I stream on YouTube, so we, people here from YouTube, they be saying some crazy things. I don't know the legitimate ones. I don't know, so I'm just gonna go through the ones that I do know. But I do know our girl Chosen is here. My TikTok family.
Hey, Chosen.
Yeah, hey, Chosen. I don't know. I don't recognize any of these other names. Timmy.
Well, hey guys. Hi everybody.
Timmy says
that's
hi.
Hi Timmy.
Timmy is calling on Cody.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Timmy is calling on Molly. I guess he's telling him to show up. Perky. F. I don't know who F is. Okay. What was that? Mid something DMV. Okay, and he wants to let us know that he is a man. Okay, I thought that with the name Timmy. Okay, Jonathan is in the house. Hey, Jonathan.
You're the hardest working man in showbiz.
Hey, Jonathan.
That's my
Welcome.
new model for him.
The hardest man in showbiz, right?
The hardest working
That's
man in
it.
showbiz.
We got anybody on your side?
Nope. My side kind of quiet right now.
Your side's kind of quiet. Yeah, I don't see anything in Facebook world right now, but you know, it's early. It's early, so I guess
it's summertime. It's summertime. It's summertime. People outside, so you know.
I know, and with now that you said that, so Denitra and I, you know, we were just talking. You know, we was having an executive meeting.
Yes.
And so you know, we've decided. You know what? And it works out well because next episode will be season 2, episode 20. And then, guys, we are going to break for the summer. Yes, we're going to break for the summer.
We'll be back when fall come in, but we breaking for the summer.
We'll be back. So on Thursday, we'll just be showing repeats and things like that. Once I figure out how to do that, we'll be showing. We'll be showing repeats and whatnot. So so this is our next to last show. For the summer, you know. That's cool. That's cool. And then we'll be back with season 3.
Yes, well, because I got places to go this summer. So
like last summer. Things to do.
I got places to go this summer. Catching a couple of concerts and things. So yes.
Well, I don't have any plans, just to be on my terrace creating, writing. And, you know, I was just like we was mentioning earlier, that takes up a lot of day. I get up sometimes 8 o'clock in the morning. I start making my composition notebooks. I'm making this. I'm making that. I'm doing this. I'm creating that. Next I know, it's like 9 o'clock at night. And I'm like, where the hell did the day go? Like it just went by so freaking fast and whatnot.
That's how it is. That's
basically what I'll be doing on my terrace. Hopefully we can get some nice weather.
Not
come on, Mother Nature. Come on, bring on them hot days. Because I refuse to sit on the terrace.
Who you talking about? It's hot down here. It's hot.
Well, I'm not down here. I'm not in the Carolina.
Come down here. It's hot. It's hot.
No, well, it ain't hot. It's nice in New York, but it's not hot.
We supposed to be over 100 degrees or close to it tomorrow.
Say what?
Yeah, come on down. Come on down.
I'll be down there. God willing, I'll be down there next year.
Okay.
Next summer, I'll be down there. All right. So tonight, we have amazing guests. We have amazing guests every night. I mean, every week we have amazing guests. But this week we have a returning guest. We have our cousin Pete is in the house.
Cousin Pete is cousin Pete.
Cousin Pete. We just called him Cousin Pete, right? He ain't even Peter Cole, so no, he Cousin Pete. No. All right. Cousin even Pete. In the promo, I said Cousin Pete. All right, that's what we call him. Right? I think this is gonna be his third or fourth time. Fourth.
He told me 4. I was like, I thought it was 3, but you know,
I don't know. I
don't know. We know he Cousin Pete now. That's what we know. This is our cousin.
He is a regular. So, all right. Yes, he doesn't even need no introduction. If you've been following us, we've been following it. Not to mention, I don't even know where his bio is, but you know, it changes and it keeps adding it. So we just told him, you know, he sent me some stuff. I like, listen, you've been on the show enough. You're just gonna come on and tell us what you're doing, and we're gonna go from there. All right?
We're gonna let him introduce Patrick. They coming on together. So you know.
So everybody one day, you know what? Before we bring him on, we are going to make a promise, y'all. We're going to make a promise. We're going to make a promise that when we come back with season 3, we're going to have some legitimate sound effects.
Yeah, right? Yes, we are.
We're going to have some sound effects. I promise. I promise. Tommy, gone. Fired. If you're watching, Tommy, wherever the hell you are, you can stay because you're no good. You didn't do any good. You didn't do anything. We don't care. All right. We're going to have our own sound effects. All right. So with that said, here we're going to bring on cousin Pete to the stage.
Hey guys. It's funny that you talk about Tommy because the first time that I was on your show was when he cut out and left you guys. He was like, we have no sound effects. And you were like telling me, and I'm like, that's all right. I didn't even know there was sound effects on the show. Well, and he hasn't come back since.
I'm gonna keep it 100. He ain't never been here, okay?
Wow, that's awesome. Hey, exactly. Look,
Exactly.
Hey, thanks for having me on again, guys. I really appreciate it, man.
Nah, thank you for coming back on.
Of course.
You know, we say
I love
that.
this show.
Well, we love you too. We say that Jonathan is the hardest working PR.
Right.
You working kind of hard your damn self, okay?
Yeah, I'm trying.
You have
Wears
been
many
working.
hats.
He has.
Right, yeah.
So please, for anyone who is watching for the first time, introduce yourself, tell people your bio, what you do, your books, and then we'll go from there.
All right. My name is Peter Coulter. I'm from a small town in Clinton, New York. From Clinton, New York. It's a small village. I grew up with depression. I was deaf until I was 11. Had a bunch of operations to gain my hearing. I was super depressed throughout my whole entire life. At the age of 41, I had an encounter with Jesus that changed my life and led me to writing my debut novel called The Endless Fall. After I wrote that, things just kind of sort of blew up, and I started working in all different areas. Barnes and Nobles picked up my books. I've been in a whole bunch of magazines and different things like that. And I basically, my whole thing is to try to help as many people as I can with what I went through. So the first couple of books were mostly focused on mental health. The first one is about a young girl who goes through depression and nightmares of her own suicide to find and keep Jesus in her life, which is on its way to being worked into a film. And that's, hopefully by next fall, I can get that going. And you guys have those books, actually. You have signed copies of those.
Yes.
And then, after there, just kind of sort of took off. And then I got an agent in Serenity Stone, and she's been amazing, helping me out with, meetings with people, talking to people, getting things together in the areas of what I want to work on. And then I met this awesome director, good friend of mine now, Patrick Hale, in a writing forum, I believe it was. And
Wow.
we started talking to each other, and within like an hour, we were like, we have the show. Let's go. Let's write 22 episodes. Let's get it going. Let's pick it up. Let's, do what we got to do with it to make it something tangible and something that we think audiences are missing and really need to see.
Nice. So, and this is you. Okay, Carrion Creek.
Carrion Creek. Yep.
Okay, I said it right. Ooh, I said it right.
Yeah, good job. Bonus points.
So tell us. So should we bring Patrick on before we get into?
Let's bring Patrick in.
So let's bring on Patrick Hale. Welcome, Patrick.
Hey. Thank you so much, ladies.
How are you?
I'm really good. Let me say right off the bat, congratulations on 2 full seasons. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you've earned loyalty from me, so I'll be listening for the 3rd.
Oh, thank you.
Wait.
I don't never make those right. I don't know.
Leave a girl.
It's. I feel weird when I do it.
I know weird. Like it looks like
yours look good.
I'm always like throwing thumbs up. Does that mean? I don't know if that means.
I don't know that I can never do that. I've been trying. I could do this one, and then I can do this one. But when I bring them together,
it's like right. They don't want to cooperate. With
each other.
So Peter, before we go on, tell us about yourself.
So I was born in Japan to a military family. So moved around DC, New York, Florida, California, upstate New York, which is where Peter is. Mm-hmm. And I lived there for 4 years. So when we created the show, we kind of grounded it in that atmosphere. And as a kid, I was always making stuff as an artistic kid to military parents. So you can imagine how that went. I worked at Discovery Channel and National Geographic and a lot of nonprofits in DC. And then I realized that I was making stories for other people. And I wasn't really making anything for myself. So all of a sudden I was 35 and I had a whole bunch of other people's work and none of my own. And so I wrote a science fiction story that I knew probably wasn't going to go anywhere. But I then made it into a video game, and that got on Steam, and then it sort of built on itself, and I started writing other stories, and then met Peter randomly on a Facebook page, which you don't think that's ever going to turn out right.
No.
And this
You
one
never
did.
know. Yeah.
And we were fast friends. And 22 episodes later, we have like a really decent Kickstarter, a great like season of interesting television that I haven't seen the like of it. And we are kind of hard pressed to compare it to anything because there's nothing really like that now. So which Peter blows one.
Okay, so tell us about Kickstarter.
Yeah, so Kickstarter. Okay, so what we're trying to do. So Kickstarter's kind of moved away from filmmaking to like board games, and like they do a lot of like independent projects, so as well as like stuff like buy the new vacuum that vacuums up, mist, and
Gotcha.
like not $9.99. And but I had some success on there with a couple of my children's book, and then a couple other things. And so I pitched it to Pete, and we came up with a number. And then it dawned on me a couple of days ago that if we gamified this, we might be able to turn some more heads. So because we wrote the 22 episodes already,
Yeah.
I'm making posters for each one, and we posted each one on the Kickstarter page. So basically, everyone pays the same price essentially, and your pledge is your vote. So whichever one, if we get to 10K and the audience chooses one story they really want us to tell, that's the one we're making. So that's the whole, so the audience chooses, which I thought was I thought that was really clever. So we'll see how that works out.
Oh, I like that.
Wow, that's a great idea. I haven't seen that ever done before.
Well, when he said that to me last night, I was like, wait a minute, that is perfect. He was like, how can we gamify it? And then he goes, wait a second, I'm thinking. And then all of a sudden he was like, I got it. This is how we're going to do it. And I was like, you know what, dude? Yeah. I trust you fully 100%. Because so far with all of the artwork and everything else, it's all Patrick. He's the one that's putting through all that work, doing all that stuff I couldn't do. It just seemed like it was like kind of like meant to happen, to where we would end up actually getting along with each other, because that, like he said, that usually doesn't happen when you meet people on Facebook. You're taking a gamble regardless. You never know who anybody is, right?
Yeah.
And just from like the beginning, it was like, let's get this done, and he was up. I mean, dude, you're a monster, bro. Like, he stays up for hours just working and working and working on it. I mean, the amount of work.
I'm just doing art, so it's not
it's just crazy,
it's not surgery. So
I know, but that's the thing about being a team. It's like, one person is good at one thing and one person is good at another thing, and then when they come together, it's like boom, it's really amazing, especially when you have that right combination. One is not really dominating. Listen, you do this part, I got this part. When you ready, this and that, whatever, and then it just clicks. And it's like you said, it's hard to find people like that.
Especially in and you both are in the industry, so it's hard to find people that are it's easy enough to find people that don't know what they're doing and like will pretend like they do. It's better than anything to find someone that is interested in what they're doing and wants to know more and then engages with that. Like there's a difference between like people that do things and people that say they want to do things. And Peter's one of the people that do things. So
and then the ones who say that they want to do things, and the other person is mostly doing all the work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like 80%, and they're just doing 20. Like, oh, well, I came to the meeting. Like, really?
Right.
Sometimes, I'll be honest. Sometimes that's what I feel like, because I'll get up in the morning, right, and then I'll see these videos of Patrick working for 8 hours straight to make this 1 minute clip of something for the show, and it's like, dude, I slept and you stayed up and worked on it. I feel like, man, I gotta write another episode or something to make up for this.
And that's kind of how we got to 22. We would kind of try and one up ourselves. So like 1 week he said he's gonna have 2 for me, and I was like, there's no way I'm showing up to that meeting not having 2 episodes. Right? So then we had 4, and we read all 4.
Yeah,
and it was great. It was so great.
So y'all were each other's competitors, but also partners.
And we were very honest with each other too, I believe, because I would tell him like some things may need a little bit of something, maybe more adding, and he would tell me the same thing. You know, like, we would like grade them, like there would be a star system there, and I mean, I was pretty honest with mine, so it's good to know that you have somebody that's like that you can say something to, and not feel like, oh man, they're criticizing my art, or they're criticizing what I'm writing, or what I'm trying to accomplish. They're actually focusing on a cohesive story, like something that really works in all angles. And to bring another person in there that's creative like that, who has that kind of background, to look at your stuff is, a godsend. It's a one in a million.
Well,
Okay.
you know how hard it is to write dialogue, and
Yes.
my scene descriptions are long, and and I'm a director, so I'm like putting a lot in there. And then I saw Peter, who writes like Hollywood standard, which is like she walked through the door and then dialogue. And I'm like, she walked through the door, the wallpaper was purple. There were flowers on the table a couple of times.
That's us authors. That's what we do.
I'm about to say that's the writers in you guys.
That's us authors. We got to be more detailed and descriptive
of things,
but it doesn't go in the script. It does not go in the script.
But I learned that when we're reading them aloud, it's not like, it doesn't help anyone to add the descriptions there unless you're shooting the thing or developing a storyboard or whatever. But when you're reading it out loud, it's kind of, so I learned something new. It was something I wasn't like, I was afraid to put sparse descriptions, like really afraid, like they're not going to know what the heck I'm talking about. And then sure enough, it just reads better. People get it. They remember what scene they're in.
Straight to the point is like, I mean, that's just like, that's how I learned how to do it. You know what I mean? Because I had to train myself in how to do it. I didn't go to any schools or anything to learn it. I had to like look at YouTube. The anatomy of a scene. I don't know if you know what that is, but I watched that, and that's actually what taught me how to write a proper screenplay according to industry standards. You know, but once you have your own show, like we do, and we have total complete control over it, we can do what we want with it, and he can write his descriptions that way because he's filming those episodes. So it would be easier for him to understand what he meant at that time that he was writing it, so he can put it on the film like that.
I wanted to ask, before I forgot, do you remember any scary stories when you were kids? Is there like a monster that your parents told you would come out underneath your bed, or if you went into a neighbor's yard, something would happen? Or do you remember any?
No, Patrick, I'm for the hood. We didn't do things like that. No.
There were no.
No, I'm from the hood.
I'll be honest with you. The closest thing that I remember coming from like a urban legend or anything like that was Candyman. That
I knew
came
you were
out.
gonna say that.
I was like,
you were gonna say that.
Oh, yeah, that was Candyman. But Jimmy,
the monster in the projects.
That was written by Clive Barker.
No, the only monster that my mother told me about was the devil. If you don't do good, whatever, the devil gonna come get you. This and that. That was it. Okay, but
that's a monster. I mean,
that's a monster.
No, but that's true. That's not a folk tale. That's true. You know what I'm saying? But,
that's
she was
a smart woman.
Yeah. Only thing that episode was Candyman. And I was like, he was in the projects. What?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The project. Looking in the medicine cabinet here or whatnot.
Oh my gosh!
So, what are you working on now? You said you just shot something.
Joy, right? You just
Yeah, so I did.
One second. We got Tiffany's sending fire emojis. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you for watching. Awesome. And then we got Myra. Myra sent out some stars.
That's our producer.
That's our producer.
That's the producer.
Fantastic. She's awesome too. She's so cool. Man.
All right. Go ahead.
Great. Yeah. So yeah, we just Joy is a faith-inspired movie.
Okay.
It's I've been working on it. Well, we've been working on it. It's not just me for like 2+ years. Okay. I just realized how large the cast was. We had like close to 30 talent in our full feature film. So yeah.
Did you write it like that, or did it become that?
You know what? I wrote it and I had people in mind, but then I like a full story. So as I'm continuously writing, I'm like, okay, I can't have this person do that. I need a new person. So it made sense. But trust me, I will never, ever, unless Hollywood or some rich uncle that I don't know about give me a big check and like, here, go ahead and do the next one. I will never write so many characters in one book. I learned my lesson. Lesson well learned. I will not do that again. I promise.
Okay, so you gave me some episodes, but before I go into the episodes, I noticed that you have put I saw looking at it, it said retro horror. What is retro horror as opposed to just horror? Like, what's the difference?
So we're harkening back. We're harkening back to an era. So I wanted to bring. We are both children of the '90s, whatever that means. But that means that we had serialized shows. We had like Tales from the Crypt. There was like TGIF. There was Family Matters. There was like all these like encapsulated half-hour to hour shows that had a beginning, middle, and an end.
Yep.
And they held your interest and they had good characters. Where did that go?
Right.
Yeah.
It just like there's nothing. Every show
definitely
now,
not what it used to be. Yeah.
No.
I can tell you what happened, but it would take up a whole lot of time. But I can definitely tell you what happened.
Right. I would love to know.
Right.
From your point of view.
That's really what it.
Wait, season
retro.
three.
What retro really means is like 90s, 80s, like 80s, 90s era.
So
like
you guys go from like Nightmare on Elm Street, those type of horror, those type
that kind of stuff.
Horror.
Yeah.
Practical effects.
13, yeah.
Like stuff that we can do in camera. We're like we're not afraid to do like faith-based stuff. We're interested in like lore that you told around the campfire. We're interested in like entire story. Like every episode has unique characters, so there's nothing that really folds over besides the place that it's in. And then throughout the season, it starts to seep into their consciousness, and like we get more varied varieties of mental illness, a creature of the week kind of thing, like Tales of the Crypt, and the sky's the limit.
Okay, so episode 5, Bad Lizzie. As a functional family falls apart, the eldest daughter descends into madness, becoming increasingly attached to an axe, inspired by actual events. Oh! Is that what you would call it? It just hit me.
Yes.
Something took an axe, something 40 wax, something.
Yes.
That's actually, that's fantastic. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. What was it? I forgot. What was it?
Lizzie Borden.
Borden, yes.
Yeah,
something 40 wax. Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Denitra, you never heard that?
No.
Oh man, what?
I remember that. Now,
1871 or something, right? Or something like that.
No, but you know what? I'm not a horror person.
No, I'm not.
Oh no, this actually happened.
This is real.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it actually happened.
So it's like a children's nursery rhyme for whatever reason. They're always like so sad and weird.
What's those, like Slender Man, one of those type of urbanish.
No. This actually happened.
So she,
really?
She in
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, you should. But it's really interesting. Like they found her at the house. She had with her parents all chopped up. And she was like, "I'm innocent though," and so she was acquitted. And then she died at a very old age. So in this one, I've kind of adapted that story and used the nursery rhyme sort of to encapsulate what we think of as Lizzie Borden in our universe. And there's a couple of different ones. There's one about the nuclear Boy Scout, which was a real story about a kid that irradiated his town. There's a Sky King about this depressed man that trains himself on Microsoft Pilot Simulator and then takes a airplane up in the sky, does barrel rolls, and then crashes it into a mountain. So like we've adapted a whole bunch of like sort of popular mythos.
Yeah. That's clever. That's clever.
That's crazy that when I read it, and I was like, wait a minute. a minute, like it just dawned on me, because I was just going through and I would pick that one. I don't know why I picked that one out, but I just like, okay. But when I
See,
picked
now I
it
gotta go back and look stuff up now. I
So,
didn't need no extra homework from you guys, but thank you. I ain't need no extra homework. Wow.
cool. Wow. Okay, let me just do another one. Let's see. The final episode 10, the final collection. A man purchases an antique box and learns it contains trapped souls desperate to escape.
Yeah. That's one that I wrote. It's not based on any kind of thing. It's just something I created. And it's kind of a play on like, do you really know what's going on in your own head? And when you do, can you figure it out for yourself? Can you fight that? You know what I mean? It's definitely a play on people's relationships with each other and how just kind of sort of trying to be there for somebody that does not care about you, what it can lead you to do,
Wow.
So I mean, they get kind of horrific in a way, but I think that's kind of the point, right?
Do you have a favorite? Which one is
right?
Of all of the episodes, do I have a favorite? That's hard. I would have to say You Always Have a Choice, I think, is my favorite so far. I guess that might be.
Yeah, that's a good one. So here's the problem. This is kind of why we gamified it. Is we're kind of on the fence about which one to do. There's at least 5 to 6 of them that I want to make right now.
Yeah.
And we wrote them with a 10K cap, so we can shoot them with, they have 4 people max. 2 leads. It takes place in maybe 2 places, and we can go shoot this with a skeleton crew, and it'd be perfectly fine. And I'm also an editor for other, like in post production in the real world, so we save on post. So we can cut a lot of stuff down. My favorite is it might be the one that I just wrote one last night, which is finished it. It's called The Woodsman, and it's a mix between Rambo when he comes into town first in the first movie, and then Alien. So he has to go into the woods in search of this girl, and he's the only one that he's a tracker or whatever. And so I play with this concept of like the lone tracker guy that comes into town with on sort of a dusty bike or whatever, and sort of have fun with the language. What is a contemporary a person say, like, how do we write it for the 90s? I know what we would say now.
Yeah,
right.
90s style is so much fun.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, it gives us a lot of things to kind of play off of too. You know what I mean? Going back into that era, because we lived through it, we're familiar with it, so the nostalgia will be high in the show.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, how can the people find you?
Yes.
So
the Kickstarter. Gotta tell, and the Kickstarter info.
So our Kickstarter info is right now. It's a promotional link. It's not running yet. I've still got a couple more posters to make, and we've got to refine that. But it should be up in like a week. So we'll send that link to you guys, and then you can also find us online at rooksproductions.com/Carrion Creek, and then that'll have some information as well as like a new trailer. And we just we put it into a competition for Film Supply, which is they supply like film stock, which I highly recommend. But so it's been a lot of fun. We like a lot of things happened just within this month that kind of when you can tell whether or not something's going to be something.
Yeah.
There's like a hint of it's something in the air or something. That's kind of what I'm not going to jinx it.
I'm not gonna jinx it.
It'll be good. It
will. And cousin Pete, you gotta tell people where they can find you too.
All over Facebook.
Everywhere.
All over Facebook, TikTok,
everywhere.
Instagram. It's my name. I don't know. You'll find
and don't look him up as Cousin Pete, please. Don't.
Yeah, no.
Y'all not gonna find us.
I mean, unless you don't want to find me, you can do that if you want.
No, we want everybody to find our cousin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Guys, thank y'all so much for coming on. Yes, as
Thank
soon
you.
as the
Thank you.
Kickstarter go live, let us know so that we can promote it for you guys as well.
Of course, we
So,
definitely
good
will.
luck on everything.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you. All
Thank
right.
you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that is going to. I don't watch horror, but it's retro, so I'm not thinking it's gonna be like
Too bad.
So I watch that. I think I can handle that. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Honestly, back then I didn't watch too many horror. Like I did see Candyman. You know what? Like I should have asked them if they remembered this one. Oh my God, what was it? Was something trilogy that had the doll with the knife?
Child's Play.
Terror of Trilogy. No, Terror of Trilogy.
Oh.
This was before all of that. To me,
Okay.
this was kind of like the first horror. It had 3 stories, and oh my God, one of them was a famous. The one that had the doll. I can't think of the name of it.
Okay.
She was a famous actress, something Black, Karen Black. I think her name was Karen Black. If you get a chance, watch that. You know, now you have to remember this is back in the day. It didn't have all of the special effects and all of that kind of stuff that it has now, whatever,
so
right?
You see a string or something.
It was kind of like this doll. She had got somebody, I don't know, somebody sent her this doll or she got this doll or whatever, and it had a necklace. And long as the necklace was on, like the doll was whatever. It looked like a Indian voodoo kind of like, the hair standing out like a straw skirt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But the necklace falls off. And when the necklace falls off, oh my God, this doll terrorizes the crap out of her in the house. He'd be the little knife, he'd be stabbing her, he'd be under the couch, and when she walked by, he'd be stabbing her in the legs. Yo, when you look back now, it's funny, but back then it was scary. It was really, really scary. Because when you look at it now, you're like, oh my God. That's like when you look at look at an old Godzilla movie from back in, like you can see the string hanging, and you're like, but as a kid, you was like terrorized. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You gotta look that. I think it's called Terror of Trilogy or something like that. You have to look that up.
Okay.
You gotta look that up. All right. So we are on to our next guest. I'm gonna read her bio because it's protected and I couldn't print it out. So I had to get it from online.
What would you expect from the SEO queen?
Okay, I guess, right? So Z.L. Scott is the CEO, president, and founder of TSQ Marketing Inc., DBA, the SEO Queen. TSQ Marketing is a full-service digital marketing company that leads with search engines optimization. The SEO Queen team is a transnational team that spans 3 continents and includes software developers, publicists, social media analytics, and SEO analysts. The SEO Queen helps businesses get more clients and revenue without paying for advertising through the power of SEO, website design, and mobile app development. Wow. Z.L. Scott was born and raised in Long Beach, California, where her company was launched in 2017. Excuse me. After working for other agencies, she saw a need to create products and services that will help small and women-owned businesses grow and thrive online. With an MIT degree in the science of information technology management, Z is a sought-after digital marketing partner who procures tangible results for client companies. Wins on key performances indicator are transparently tracked, monitored, and evaluated. Return on investment is always considered when any digital marketing strategy is crafted. Wow. Z not only has her fingers on the pulse of today's ever-shifting tech scene, but also offers a credible track record. She has 20 plus years with a successful track record in business development and entrepreneurship. Since the launch of her SEO Queen in 2017, the SEO Queen has driven over. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, at first, I was like, wait a minute, I was like 3 zeros. That's millions. 250 million in revenue generated 100 million of search engine impressions, 10 million plus podcast downloads and streams, in addition to achieving amazing results for her clients. Under the leadership of Z.L. Scott, the SEO Queen has touched over 90,000 business owners. In December of 2023, the SEO Queen completed all of the requirements to be a graduate of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. The SEO's Queen is a proud alumna of the 10KSB program. Yay!
Wow.
All right. In addition to the SEO Queen impact is 2 mobile apps built and launched, 50 plus websites built and launched, 100 million search engines impression, 10 million podcasts plus podcast downloads, and 1 million Google page 1 rankings. Woo! Baby.
Wow.
Okay. You ready for us, Z? Because I can see you backstage. Okay, I can see y'all. She was back there chilling. She was on the phone. She was chilling. Okay, let's welcome to the stage, Z. Yay!
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming on, girl.
Wow.
Girl. You be busy.
Yeah, I was about to say your bio is very impressive, and I'm just like, I don't know what all this means on here, but it all sounds really, really important.
Yes.
Well, to distill it all down, I know how to connect buyers and sellers online organically.
I like that. That sounds good. That
I hope
that was on my level.
Online.
That was good. I got it.
Yes. As a creator, and I do digital products and stuff like that, and I follow.
I looked at your website. I love your composition books. They are so cute.
Thank you. And so I know, the SEOs is like, okay, you got to have the right SEO so that you can get people attention. It drives people to your website, to your product. So I know a little bit. I ain't in no 100 million plus, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I actually have a free tool on my website that gives you a SEO assessment. It gives you everything that you need to understand where you stand as far as your visibility online. And I've broken it down to actionable steps because, the pace of change right now is so fast. It's overwhelming sometimes to figure out, like, what should you do? Like, there's so many AI tools out there. Everybody's talking about AI. What is AI? How does that fit into my business model? You hear all kinds of different stories. But the bottom line is, there's one thing people aren't talking about. AI, it feeds off of data. So original creative thought is still very valuable. Number one. Number two, you have to start with Google. Like, making sure that you have a website and that Google is able to index meaning to find your website and serve it to other people. When your website is indexed, then that's where you start. So you really have to speak in the ways that people are searching for you, have your website presence out there, and then you just have to be consistent. Just show up consistently and share your brilliance online.
Right, because I know when I do, especially when I'm going to post something on Etsy, I always ask, chat to give me SEO for Etsy, because I feel like Etsy description and all of that, the hashtags and everything is different than I would use, because I also have a beacons, so I definitely understand, because like you said, you want the traffic. If no one knows you out there, how they going to come and get your product? How they going to see your stuff? No one knows you.
The danger with just asking chat what for keywords is that Chat GPT, it does not have access to Google's data. Now, Google has a tool called Keyword Planner. Now, you can access the Keyword Planner for free through ads.google.com, and there you can get keywords and how many times they're being searched per month for either your neighborhood, your city, your state, the country, however you want to target your ideal audience. And so I would highly recommend that you grab some data from Google as you're building your content,
Oh,
because
okay,
ChatGPT
cool.
is not plugged into that.
Maybe that's probably
Wow.
why I ain't getting no hits.
Yeah, and you also, like, I wrote a book, 40 Steps to Google Page One. That's available in my shop on my website, SEOqueen.com. But in that book, I talk about creating your Google Analytics connection to your website, verifying your website with Google Search Console, because you have to verify your website in order to submit it to Google so that it gets indexed. And then you can actually talk to Google. Like, one thing I like to do is submit websites. If they're not being crawled or indexed, I like to submit it directly through the Search Console to jumpstart Google to notice your website. One of the things that people are so obsessed about AI right now, and I've spent this last year just kind of just thinking about how do I want to position my company in this day and time, and I'm ready. I'm here now. I'm outside because I'm ready.
Right, right.
But I spent a lot of time thinking about it, and the reality is that the fundamentals haven't changed, and I really think it's imperative for people, no matter uh, what they're doing, whether it's journals, films, clothing, uh, business to business services, plumbers, electricians, is so important for you to invest in your digital presence, because as you build content, as you make sure that your website is optimized for maximum organic visibility, your visibility compounds over time. And that's the only way that Perplexity, ChatGPT, Claude, all these other platforms will know you even exist. You have to start with Google. Yep.
Mm, yeah, I gotta get that. I gotta get that
I
because I
mean, we
think
need to Google the Shameless Plug podcast and see if Google knows us. And go from there. I got it. I
all
got
right.
it.
We gonna work
Okay.
on we gonna work with that. We're gonna be good for season three. Season three.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go. If you go to my website, SEOqueen.com, and go to the SEO assessment, that SEO assessment is free. And I give you a lot of value.
Well, I'm
Actually,
going to tell you thank you in advance because
oh,
I'm
Yes,
you're
going to
welcome in
the website.
advance.
yes,
I'm going
yes.
to the website because I was like, I always wonder, I'm like, how are these people being found? Like, what's going on? I was like, somebody behind the scenes watching all the monitors and shaking the crystal ball and saying, now it's time for Denise's creative mind to be front and center. I don't know why I think that. I think that's the creativeness in me, but I was just like, it's like, how does stuff know? So I will be checking out your
Yeah.
website.
So to answer your question, like, how are people being found?
Yeah.
So let's break this all the way down. So you have a website, right?
Mhm.
You want to first make sure that you have your Google Analytics
Mhm.
added to your site. You want to make sure that you have your Search Console added to your site. Then you want to make sure that you have your blog on your website. Having a blog is very, very, very important because people, oh,
Really?
yes, having a blog is very important because this is how people are looking for answers online. And having a blog, an optimized blog with the right schema and metadata, is how you can get included in answers. Now, I've been so busy. I have some questions that I want to get answered as far as like what type of businesses are being included in AI answers. But to just give you some background, like on Google, you have, you have your page, and at the top of the page, depending on what query it is, you have your AI answers. And then under the AI answers, you have your sponsored links. Then you have your map pack. Then you have what people may be searching for. And then you have your organic links. So when I first started out doing SEO, it was about 50% of all searches clicked on the first link. Now, depending on uh, what your industry is, it could be 11% if you're number one getting the traffic. So it's so important for you to invest in all the things for your digital presence now, because the digital attention is being spread through AI answers, your map, pack, and more. So I highly recommend businesses have their address optimized for visibility, or have a virtual address that you can get. I mean, you can get an address for like $10 a month. So you can use that to get yourself on the map pack and so many other things. Uh, it's the address is so important because it helps with building your citations, optimizing your website for local visibility, having it consistent on your website, your social media. Like you can add your address to your Facebook business page, like having your social media business pages, having them connected to your domain, having it updated, making sure your links are live. All this is very important for Google to see all the signals that it needs in order to rank and recognize your business as an entity that needs organic traffic. So these things are very important.
Gotcha.
Wow.
And that's how people are that's how people are getting found. Now you can supercharge your organic visibility by being on podcasts too. Like when you're on podcasts and those signals, like when you're going out onto Spotify and Amazon Music and all the different platforms, that also sends trust signals as well to help boost the visibility of your brand. And one other thing that you guys should know, when you guys are putting out press releases and you're asking people to collaborate, you always want to ask them to put a live link to your main website. Like whenever you collaborate with people, Deneen, you should have them live link to Deneen'sCreativeMind.net to help boost your visibility online.
I haven't done any collaborations.
But you will start doing them now that you know.
Yeah.
Now that
and it was interesting because I was looking at on one of my other sites. It was like was it a brand kit? No, a press something kit.
Press release kit?
It's not called. Is it called the press release kit? It's some kind of kit that that if someone wants to collab with you, you give them that. And
they call it an electronic press kit, an EPK.
Okay, yeah, something like that. And so I said I wanted to start, getting into that because at some point, you gotta step out and go to the next level. You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta step out and go to the next level. So I want to prepare of going to the next level.
Yeah, I mean, going to the next level with your organic visibility is really about understanding all the ways that people are talking about your products and services, the questions that they're asking, just doing a deep dive on those keywords. And then once you have those keywords, creating a plan for the content you're creating. So when you go to Google and you put in a search query, when you get your search results, you have several buckets that appear. You have your web results, you have your image results, you have your video results, you have your news results, shopping results, and book results.
Right.
Now, if you own a business, it's important for you to be an author, have a book. You need to have video content. You need to have your images optimized on your website as well. And you need to have video content and press releases and be in the media. And when you do your media push, you have to have links to your website. So these are all the things that I advise my clients on in creating effective YouTube channels. One of my clients is actually from New York. One of my, he's an artist. His artist name is King Kong Louie. He's a rapper and artist, jewelry maker. And I'm also a violinist too, so I collaborated with him on some of his music. But I put together his YouTube page for him, and with the branding, just making it look amazing. And he's been getting a lot of visibility. I have another client, celebrity Chef Ashbell. He was one of the only African American chefs to ever have a commission by the royalty in Britain. And he had his own cafe there, and then eventually had his own restaurant in Notting Hill. And so I put together his YouTube channel, websites, and social media and stuff over the years. So we're still working together after like many, many years. We've been collaborating and working together. So, the message I really want people to understand is do not get caught up in the hype, the AI hype. Don't get caught up in it. Build your foundation. A good foundation is still effective.
Okay, that's some good advice. I know with me, I'm definitely going to say I get in my own way, and I'm like, my big thing I think is like, what can I do to make my, okay, composition notebooks. You got 100 people selling composition notebooks, but what can I do to make mine stand out from the rest? You know what I mean?
Well, I've never seen a composition notebook like yours. I didn't even know you could get a composition book that wasn't black and white. I'm looking at composition notebooks all the time. I was like, oh, wow, I need to get me one of these.
I see them, I'm not gonna lie, I see them all the time, and everybody has their different style,
Well, what? You're dealing with what I deal with. We have to get out of our own little silos.
That's what I just said. I got to get out of my own way. Yes.
There's a whole wide world out there.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I think I had told this to someone the other day. It's like, just because other people are out there doing it, don't think that you can't do it. Like they were saying, did you go to the store? I mean, how many different brands of bread there is? You know what I mean?
Chips. And everyone's brands of chips.
Yes, but everyone is buying these different, just plain chips. You got like at least 8 bags of different types of plain chips, but people are still buying them.
Right,
so
right.
You have another brand now that no one's going to buy them because it's got the other 8 ones out there. So I have to get out of my way of thinking that. I will admit that.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, right quick, I want to say we got Stevie. Stevie is here. Hello, ladies. Hi, Stevie.
Hi, Stevie.
Showing up again. And then we have Designs by Renee. Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. So now, we did have some questions. Hold on, because you might have answered everything.
I'm about to say, I was like, check. I was like, you answered that one too, check. Let's see. So I do. Okay, I got one.
You answered that one.
Yeah, I got one. You've successfully balanced being a CEO, speaker, author, violinist, and mother. How has motherhood influenced the way you approach business, leadership, and legacy?
I think motherhood has given me grace. I was a straight A student all the way through high school. And when I went to MIT, it was, pass fail the first year. So that was a little bit of a shock. But, there was a couple of semesters I got straight A's at MIT. And, I say that to say I am such a perfectionist. And when it comes to motherhood, it's opened my eyes to just giving myself grace.
Got you. Now, was it hard because you're such a perfectionist? Was it hard whenever your little one had something on the floor and you like, pick that? You know what? I'm okay for right now. Was it hard because that's a transition. So was it hard for you to
it's an ongoing balance. And I think, being a single mom and running a business, there's just so many challenges, but I'm so grateful for the life I have because I really protect my energy and protect my peace. Like
Gotcha.
I protect it.
I love that. I love that. Because if you don't protect your peace and energy, nobody else will. So
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. So, what would you say
Yeah.
is like the top three best things about your life?
I would say my son,
How old is your son?
he's 12.
Oh,
I am really excited about his journey. And next year, like just watching the World Cup, I've gotten inspired. And so uh, I'm planning to take him on some trips next year to see if he could start his pro journey. And I told him, I said, I know you're 12 and next year you'll be about 13. And I want to start on this path. You have about a couple of years, 2 to 3 years, see what happens. If he doesn't make pro, you still have college, and we have plenty of time to learn and adjust. So, the analytical approach I bring to business, I also bring that to motherhood. I'm super proud of my son. I'm really grateful for the brand that I have, the SEO Queen. And I'm also just proud on, how far I've come with my relationship with God and just myself, just, my whole spiritual existence. I'm just pleased with that. So,
I love it.
nice. If you can go back and tell your 10-year-old self something, what would you tell your 10-year-old self?
I would tell my 10-year-old self that you can make a living playing your violin. I'd also tell
I
her,
know that's
I'd
right.
tell her, I would also tell her, keep an open mind because you probably gonna end up doing something that doesn't even exist right now. So be easy.
It's so many people as kids because everyone asked me as a kid. I never. If you ask me as a kid, what did I want to be when I grew up? I don't even remember what I said. I know it wasn't an author. I know it wasn't a screenwriter. I know it wasn't a creator. I probably said I don't know because I probably didn't know. You know what I mean?
Well,
And
I wanted to be an attorney. That's what I
really,
thought. Yeah, I thought I wanted to be an attorney. And what made me change my mind is I worked for the Boston Ballet, and um, I just felt like the environment wasn't the best for me.
mm, yeah,
Gotcha.
attorneys. I work in somewhat law firm, and attorneys it's a hard knock life. It's not a hard knock, but I'm just saying it's I
Yeah,
know I couldn't do it.
yeah.
I couldn't.
I am glad
Respect.
I.
I give them the respect, but I know I couldn't. My brain is just to know all the laws and to know this and know that, and I'm like, nah, I can't. I can't. I know one thing that I do know about me is that I am a creative soul, right?
Mhm.
I
Okay.
love to create and anything where I can, and it's interesting because I have this conversation when I go live on TikTok. You have a lot of people now that are doing the generators with the
Mhm.
AI that's doing everything. And I'm like, that's fine, that's cool. Because a lot of people, I get it. Mothers, people who are working 9 to 5, they don't have time to like really start from scratch and get whatever they need to get out. So they use the
Mhm.
AI to get it done and do the tool. And I'm like, I like that, but that doesn't help my creative mind. My creative mind is like,
Mhm.
I need to put it together to make whatever I need to make. You know,
Right.
Exactly.
I'll build a generator to give me the image, but then I'll take the image and then now I have to go somewhere and find the background, the little elements and the little things to make it bring it together. Like that's when my mind is like popping and it goes and things like that.
Mhm.
That's what I enjoy doing. So and that's the same thing like with writing. It's just that creative.
Yeah, I was looking at your composition books, and I was looking. I was like, no AI generator can make that like that. Like, so you're
well,
layer. Okay, I see you.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
Because
Thank
I
you.
was like, this is really unique, and that really is the 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 X factor, the it factor when it comes to your business. You have to bring your expertise, your creativity to the AI. Don't put everything in the control of the AI, because
Exactly.
the I'm reading this book, Empire of AI by Karen Howe, and it really is chronicling just how OpenAI came to be, how Anthropic came to be, and just all the dynamics, that discussions that happen behind the scenes. And I'm a person that reads in between the lines, especially as a woman of color. And I really think it's important for us to use it as a tool, but don't abdicate the secret sauce that makes our brand the brand that it is.
Correct.
Right. I agree. Definitely agree. Wow. I think this was definitely something I needed tonight, though.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm listening and I'm just like, I didn't know none of this. It's funny how you're like, you think you're doing great with what you're doing, and you're like, but something
It's
somewhere,
missing.
something has to give, something is missing.
Right.
And a lot of times it's aspects like this, and you like, people don't know. They don't know just like how the machine works. And
Right.
so to have somebody like you come in and like, hey, let me show you the tricks of the trade and what you need to do to get ahead. Like, I don't want to
Mhm.
say in the system, but learning and knowing what to do. It's like,
and
Right.
and definitely understanding, because like I said, I've been in several lives and follow people, and it was like, oh, you need to write SEO, you need, but no one like really breaks it down. You know what I mean? You just said you just need
Mhm.
the right ones, but they don't tell you how to get the right
Well,
ones.
I could tell you, see, a lot of people get into the SEO industry thinking it's easy. Like, I grew up in a household where my father was, as a child, my father took me to his graduation. He was the top computer science graduate in his class when he graduated from Cal State Dominguez Hills.
mhm.
And seeing my dad work for the JPLs, McDonnell Douglas, Northrop, he taught me everything I knew how to program. See, I was one of the few students that elected not to take AP computer science, because I was like, why do I need to take that? Well, my dad already had me programming as a child. Like, I don't need to take this class.
Mhm.
So that was the environment I grew up in. I was the first kid to have a type paper turned in. And so I've seen the evolution of computing go from, mainframes to, the Macintosh to, everything we have now. So I always had a computer in the home. I wasn't a gamer. I didn't have a Nintendo and all that. My cousins had that, but I always had a computer. And so when I went to MIT and took that to the next level and learned about the internet, I remember the first time I learned about a website, I was using Netscape. And I remember sitting in the Athena lab at MIT just thinking, this is such a game changer. And as soon as I was a freshman, that was one of the first things I did when I was at MIT. I built my first website
Mm.
because I understood the value
Yes.
of being, for anybody to be able to access through this computer program called a browser from anywhere in the world what you had to say.
No,
This is amazing.
that was what you did. You do it with coding?
I built my first website with HTML. It had like a little, I wish I would have took screenshots of it, because I would have loved to just show people this little rinky dink website I had put together. But
you was
it had like
proud
a
of it,
little,
right?
it had a little gear. I remember what it looked like. It had a little gear on the top. And then I had took the picture that I took with my cousin, because my cousin, we're like 3-5 days apart. His mom and my mom are sisters, and they were pregnant at the same time. So he came with me to my senior day when I was graduating from high school.
Mhm.
We graduated the same year. And so we had took this picture together. And so I cropped him out and I had the little screenshot of me at the top. And then I had my little message and stuff underneath it. Yeah. With a little gradient gray background. It was
That's all
real
right.
basic.
You did it. You did it. You put it together yourself. So kudos to you on
Wow.
that. Oh my gosh. Wow.
That's
Well,
crazy.
where can where can all the people, because I think anyone with a business needs your help. So where can all the people find you, to get in touch with you to actually see about
Oh,
you and your
wait,
team
wait,
becoming,
hold on. This is
We have a Facebook group, but
this
the
is
call to action,
valid information right here.
the call
that
to
was
action
it.
I want to give people is just go to seoqueen.com and click on the SEO assessment, because that tool will give you all the details on where you are with your company. And there's some questions it'll make you think, because some of the things I've had people use that assessment tool that I built, and they were surprised about a lot of aspects of the digital presence. So it's educational, it's informative, it's free.
Okay.
So go on there, put in your information so it can give you your
I'm scared.
analysis.
I'm
Don't
scared.
be scared. Don't be scared.
I ain't scared. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I already know. I already know I need help.
You need help.
I know that's what it's gonna say. It's gonna tell me, it's gonna be like, child, why you didn't come to me earlier? That's exactly what mine
It's
is
just
gonna say.
opportunities for growth. I mean, when you invest in your SEO, the results compound over time. So you definitely want to start building.
Right. You
The
know
sooner
what?
you
And
reap the
that's
benefit.
something important that you said right there. I'm sure it takes time. It's not going to be, you got 2 views on Monday and then Friday you got 100 million views. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take some time, So you should go ahead.
You can only, like, Google Analytics is only free up to 10 million clicks a month. Then after that, you have to use paid tools. So just know, like,
that by that time you got all the money coming in, Denise. So you ain't gonna have to worry about pay tool. That'll just be chump change to you. So go ahead on and do it. Yeah.
No, I'm definitely. I'm gonna do it, and everyone should definitely join the SEO Queen Mastermind group about.
The Facebook group website is facebook.com/group/the SEO Queen. And the Facebook group has resources and other, sometimes I do challenges so people can get involved with those and just learn more about how to make your business more visible online. I was reading, I've been hearing about this, and I think today I was reading about how so many Black women have been laid off in the past 6 months. And right now there's really a squeeze on our community economically. And so now is really the time to invest in your brand, build your brand. And honestly, like, one of the reasons why I started the SEO Queen in 2017 is because, I think it was around 2000, I want to say 2009 through 11, I was working at this agency and I asked for a raise 3 times and they refused. And so I realized, like, I had to branch out and, having I literally thought, like, when I graduated from MIT, I thought, I'd go into the corporate world and the world would be my oyster because I had this shiny new degree. And yeah, my first job working for Raytheon as a web application developer was gravy, but I left that to go get my master's degree at University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. And then life happened. And when I went back to get into the working world, I was really shocked to see how much of a challenge I was dealing with. Like, I had applied for a SEO position 3 times with the same company around 2013. And they told me, like, multiple times, I got, like, first round interview, second, third, they were like, oh, you need more experience. And so I was really, taken aback by that. And I realized that I wasn't going to get taken seriously as a Black woman in the SEO world. So let me just branch out on my own. And so in 2017, after launching and rebranding my company, because my first company was called Square Biz SEO Services. That was what I had launched around that time, around 2012. And then I just shut it down, rebranded, and relaunched officially in 2017.
That, you know, when you was saying that story right there, what came to my mind is that, you know, if they won't give you a seat at the table, you build your own table.
And that's what I've done. And I'm the official SEO provider for the National Business League. I'm speaking at the National Business League conference in August in Atlanta. I'm really excited about that. The National Business League, for those who don't know, this is the organization that Booker T. Washington started. Booker T. Washington, for those who don't know, when he was a slave, he was enslaved. And after he was freed, he built a quite impressive life, and was one of the founders of Tuskegee University in Alabama. And the National Business League. I think it was called the National Negro Business League at one point, and then they changed it to just the National Business League. But I think, you know, being a part of a national community of like-minded Black-owned Black business owners is such a blessing. It's a game changer, and I thoroughly enjoy being a part of that organization.
Wow, that's beautiful. Design said congratulations. Yes.
Yeah. So I believe the conference is going to be live streamed. You know, the conference is actually free to attend. So it's free to attend. If you want, you know, VIP access, then you can pay for that. But just to come, there's a lot of things you can enjoy. And just check out the National Business League. I highly recommend it.
Okay. We'll do that. I'm writing it down. I got a bunch of notes over on this side.
I know, right?
National Business League. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
all on my calendar, all on my
there's
planner.
So many things going on in the business world. I don't know, have you guys heard about the beauty supply boycott that's going on right now? Have you guys heard about that?
Yes. I don't know if that's part of it. It was funny because my coworker, she was like something. And she was like, "Oh, I can't go, whatever." And I was like, "Why?" Because it was like, she said the Chinese. And I'm like, "We're boycotting." I'm like, "Boycotting the Chinese? Like, why?"
Well, I brought it up because I actually, I think it was around, I want to say 2007, 2009. I worked with this salon owner to start the Natural Hair Show in Detroit. Okay. In the year that it happened, I had to go back and look at my notes. It was either 2007 or 2009. Jennifer Hudson came and performed. I actually drove Jennifer Hudson around in Detroit years ago because the salon owner and her had family connections. But the hair industry, the natural hair industry, is really a consequence of the supply chain being locked to Black-owned business owners. Companies like Ultra and a lot of these companies, hair suppliers, have historically refused to sell to Black-owned businesses. And so they have gate kept the supply chain so much. And now I think this boycott is apropos because there's no way, if we're supposed to be this colorblind society, that Black people can't have a piece of the pie when we're the ones who spend the most money on grooming. There's no population in this country that spends the amount of money we spend on our grooming.
That's right. Hair.
We are the ones.
So you say I can't go to the wig store no more?
You gotta find
there are some Black-owned wig makers.
Yep. Okay, yeah. I gotta find a Black.
You need to find them.
Okay. All right, so I can't use the companies that I guess I was using before.
And actually, I'm trying to think of who I would recommend. I'll talk to you about it offline.
Yeah, because I love my wigs now. That's all I wear.
Oh, me too. This is a wig, honey.
All right, it's a wig too, girl.
I have my wigs. I'm gonna get my braids. I'm not gonna stop.
I know that's right. I know that's right. And that's why I'm locked for a reason.
I had locks. I used to have locks like down past
I
my
just
waist.
cut mine. So yeah, I trust me, I understand. I was like, who these getting heavy? Cut them. I told my cousin, I was like, cut them. She's like, how short? I was like, this short. So
It's
I
cute. I like it. It's cute.
Thank you.
I like them when she had them long too, but I like them both.
Yeah, this is my style right now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it the way it is.
All
right. Wow. I hope everybody out there watching that y'all had your pen and paper ready and got all these wonderful nuggets that we received. Like I said, my planner is my notebook. I got a planner that I got the desk planner. I write all over it. I write all over it. So I just I got a whole bunch of notes, and I just joined the group. So thank you so much for sharing that information. The SEO Queen Mastermind. I joined it. I'm going.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome. I'll be joining as soon as we get off. I'll be joining because I ain't want to. I'm locked in right here.
right.
And we're going to do the assessment, right?
Yes, do the assessment. Everybody watching, do that assessment.
Yes,
because it's really important. I really put a lot of work into making a very valuable tool, and I have some other tools that I'll be launching soon. Actually, if you go to my website, I have over 50 tools that are available now that are live. So you can go on to SEOqueen.com and do keyword research and link building, a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Well, Got it. We appreciate you for doing that, and we will be taking advantage of that because knowledge is power, and this is something that we all need to know how to do.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Now, other than the Facebook, what other social places people can find you?
I'm on LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. I'm on Facebook, except Facebook deleted my my profile, so I had to create a new one. So I had on my Instagram before they deleted it, I had 75,000 followers on there. And so you can find me at SEO Queen HQ on Facebook and Instagram, and the SEO Queen on X, TikTok, and I think on Pinterest I'm TSQ Marketing Inc. So, but if you go and search, I'll pop up.
Okay,
because you got the right SEOs. That's why.
Yeah.
I got it. I love it. Z, thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you for giving us homework. Thank you, Jonathan.
Yes, thank you, Jonathan, for linking us up. We're going to have you come back on the show. Once our season come back, we got something, a very important show that we want to see about doing. So,
okay. I'm available.
Get you on. Awesome.
Jonathan knows how to reach me.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And by that time, we'll have way more clicks button.
Yes.
Okay. I want to know. Keep me posted on what you do. Please.
Will do. Definitely will do. I'm going to take the time and I'm going to invest in this. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, my pleasure. And thank you so much for having me on your platform. I really don't take it for granted. I appreciate you both.
Thank you. Thank you. Next time you come back, though, you're going to have to play the violin for us.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that.
That part. Yes.
And hopefully by then I'll get my act together. I have some original music. I know if you need some music for your film.
I'm about to say, man, you're going to be talking. Yeah.
I'm talking about connections.
I have a song called Destiny that I think you might like.
Ooh, okay. I know I got your website and all that information, but I'm gonna check with Jonathan and see if I get your phone number. We're gonna talk. We'll talk.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yes.
I love
Thank
it.
you. All
All
right.
right.
Have
Thank
a
you
good
Have
so
a
much.
great evening.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You know, it's nothing like a guest that gives us homework. You know what I'm saying? I love it when we have homework.
I'm scared.
When we
Though.
have
I'm scared.
I know I'm gonna do it. You know what? I'm kind of a little bit tired tonight, but I'm gonna because I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow. That's the first thing on my list to do is do tomorrow. But I'm gonna definitely get in that group. And I know my TikTok family, Kia, Chosen, and all of y'all should be get up on that. Stevie, all of y'all get up on that. Definitely get up on that. Join the Facebook group. Because all of y'all have websites, y'all have businesses, and y'all have things like that. Anyone that has a business has a website. Please, please, please check out her website. And
now, and keep in mind that it's not just about products; it is about services as well. So, if you whatever website you have that is linked to whatever business you have, whether it's service, digital products, or products. Definitely still join that Facebook group. That is very important because a lot of us don't know. We just figure all we have to do is have this cute website, and we go on social media and we promote our website, and we promote our what we do, and we promote, and we're on social media. And so why am I still not getting the views?
Right, the views, the clicks, the whatever. And this is why.
These are the reasons why. So we all need to learn that knowledge is power. And that's
and you never know what kind of power and knowledge you're gonna get when you are watching the Shameless Plug podcast.
That was a good shameless plug right there. That was good. That was good.
You like that? You like that? All right, sis. All right, it's about that time. Two things. One, well, you know what? We can still do this because we're gonna start lining them up for next season, though. We can start lining them up for next season.
All righty. So again, we will be off for the summer. Next week will be our last show for the season, and then we will come back. But still reach out to us. If you have a business, you have a movie, music, whatever it is that you have that you want to promote and you want to come on the show, we will start taking on guests for our next season. So reach us at the Shameless Plug Podcast 25@gmail.com. Short bio and a picture, and then one of us will get back. Well, I'll get back to you.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, it's funny how we were talking about earlier with Pete and Patrick. One does this and one does that, and we're the same way. You're the one that gets the guests. I'm the one that puts the promo together and this and that. So we make it work. We make it work. You know what I'm saying? Because I know
we work well together.
What guess we got tonight? I mean, what do we got? So
I'll be like, Denise, the guest is in the guest in the email. Like, which one? The first two that's up there. That's our guest.
Why you telling all our secrets though? Why you telling all our secrets? You ain't
that's what we do though. You do the promo stuff. I don't want to do that.
I know, right? I know. It works well. It works well. Jonathan is like, yep. All right, y'all. Thank you. Now, sis, our last and final show. Tell them about it.
So, our show next week. Jonathan, I hope you're listening. Jonathan, I hope you're listening.
You know he is.
Our show next week is we're having it's Power Couples Night. So we are going to have partners, husband, wife, whatever. We're having couples come on, talk about working together, talk about, how they support each other. And then we're going to do like a special kind of newlywed type game. Like, how well do you know your mate? And I hope after we do this show, for the couples that are joining us, it's just a show. I don't want nobody inboxing us talking about why we did that. It's just a show. Don't get mad at your spouse or partner if they don't answer correctly. Don't do it. We ain't giving out no prize. Ain't no winners here. It's just for fun, for funsies. Don't be getting mad at I don't want nobody in our Shameless Plug podcast. And I'm thinking that it's somebody who wants to be a guest and it's an angry partner. Don't do it. That's our disclaimer. Don't Our disclaimer for next week: don't do it. Don't do it.
You know what? You need help.
I'm just saying. I was just saying. I won't put that out there now because, whew. Okay, I'm okay now.
All right, it's all good. It's all good. Everyone, as always, thank you.
Yes.
No problem. Hold on, let me that's funny. You had me cracking up. Hold on. I don't even know. This is why we need an engineer so we can find stuff, okay? Because it just be too much. All right, people, make sure you join us. We'll be back next week, Thursday, 8 o'clock.
Yes.
You there. Until then, be safe. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. I am so proud of the Knicks. And there's one more thing I want to say about the Knicks, about them winning the championship is that, and I think the mayor said it, a lot of people have said it, that, with all that's going on, because Lord knows we got stuff going on in New York, okay? But this is, for these last couple of days, it's been unity. It's been people. It doesn't matter your race, color, creed, whatever. You got on orange and blue. You are supporting orange and blue. You walk by somebody, you got a hat on that says Knicks. Somebody yell Knicks. You yell it back. Everyone has come together. And like, I don't know which one has said it today on stage. Keep it up. Just keep it up.
Yeah.
All right? Don't let it fade because, 2 months from now, when all the hype is gone or whatever, let's keep the unity going in New York and all over. Let's keep it going, Until then, we are out.
Bye, folks.
Bye.
Welcome to the Shameless Plug with Crimson Vibes and Denise's Creative Mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam, we raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the Shameless Plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Dinner and Deneen, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story too. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.